I look good. I mean, really good. Hey, everyone! Come and see how good I look!
Welcome to High and Tight Sports Talk. I'm Mo.
Oh, I'm Meares.
I'll do a little college football national championship preview.
Yeah, it's a big game coming up tomorrow night.
Exciting. High-powered offenses going head-to-head. Two best quarterbacks in the country, some would argue.
It's going to be a shootout.
It should be a shootout.
You would imagine. Two of the best offenses, both averaging over 45 points a game. I don't see how either team's going to stop either team.
Well, I think they might in the first quarter because you haven't played in, 116 days or whatever.
It's been
half a year
time
since they played.
Yeah.
What's your take? Who do you think's going to dominate? How's it going to happen? Who's going to win?
I don't know. I've been thinking about this all day. And, Florida's offense with Tim Tebow, last year's Heisman Trophy winner, against Oklahoma's offense with Bradford, this year's Heisman Trophy winner. I'm just going to go with experience here. I think Florida's the more experienced team. Tim Tebow is a senior, and Bradford's a sophomore. I think that Florida will stand up to the test, and I think it'll come down to the last possession, and Tebow will drive them down the field, and they'll win 45-42. My other reasoning on that is that one of Oklahoma's running backs, Meares, the 1,000-yard running back, is not playing.
Oklahoma's lost their last 4 BCS games.
Okay.
I don't know who the fuck's going to win this game. I'm going Oklahoma because I don't think they're going to lose 5 in a row. That's my only take on the game. I have no fucking idea how to pick either one of these teams.
It's tough.
SEC versus the Big 12. You never know how it's going to match up. Defensively, you don't know what's going on until they get on the field.
Yeah,
maybe there's something in Florida that, they can't go against Oklahoma's defense, or maybe it's the other way around. You never really know because it's such a mixed type of game. And I think Florida and Oklahoma run a similar type offense, right?
Yeah, they both pass. But Tim Tebow seems to run a lot.
Yeah, I know
but
that the Big 12's got the spread. That's the big thing in the Big 12.
I mean, and the Big 12 seems to be the stronger conference. As we're looking now.
Seems to be.
And
but we looked at, after Tim Tebow went on his little vaginal crying epithet after the loss to Mississippi, they have destroyed everybody except Alabama.
It's incredible how bad they've been.
Alabama 31-20 was the only game that was within 28 points.
It's insane.
And it was like 7 or 8 games.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to pick. I mean, who do you go with? I mean, you're right. It depends on what happens at the game, who shows up. I mean, maybe one...
Who's got more rust? Maybe somebody on the offensive line's a little ding that we don't know about.
Yeah,
it's just going to take on... Like I said, I'm going Oklahoma because they've lost 4 in a row in the BCS. I don't think they'll lose 5. I think either one of them can just blow up and whatever. I mean, it's going to be fun to watch. But what's going to happen when it's over?
Yeah, I mean, are they really the national champion?
No.
The winner of that team?
No, because they both lost. I don't give a shit. Utah hasn't lost to anybody yet.
I'll tell you what. My vote, if I had a vote, it'd be for Utah.
I don't think it's realistic that they would have beat either Oklahoma or Florida. But how can you even really argue that when they beat Alabama, who only lost to Florida?
And destroyed Alabama.
They dominated,
brought it to
out of them.
Yeah.
The only blemish on their record was they beat New Mexico 13-10, and New Mexico was a 4-16 or 4-18.
You just got to look.
That's not even a blemish to win.
Yeah, but Florida, I mean, they played Ole Miss, who was a decent team, but I mean, they lost to them.
Ole Miss destroyed Texas Tech, who only lost to Tech. Let's go round table forever.
It's so bad. I mean, Utah. How do you tell a team when they start at the beginning of the season? You're going to go undefeated. You're going to play the BCS game against what was the number 1 team for 2 months of the college season. You're going to destroy them, and you don't have a chance to win a national championship.
And I don't know what second prize is.
It's not a steak knife.
I don't know, but if Utah doesn't come in second in the BCS and Texas does, that's atrocious because Texas played an underskilled, under-talented Ohio State compared to them on paper, and they lost that game. I don't give a shit. Colt McCoy can run around like he did something at the end of that game. That was just a missed tackle. They dominated Ohio State, dominated the game, and then they lost the lead, and then they were good enough to come back against the defensive effort on Texas' part that I thought was atrocious. If they end up second because this whole argument, we should have been, that was put to bed the other night.
And I agree with you, but then where does USC fall? Because Ohio State lost to Penn State, And USC dominated Penn State in that game. Dominated from start to finish, and they looked really good. Really good.
Did they lose?
Yes, they also lost.
Who'd they lose to?
I don't remember.
Oregon State. Utah beat Oregon State.
Yeah, that's a good
End
point.
of story.
That's a good point. And so
They have not lost yet.
And the final standings should be, or not should be, but will be the winner of the national championship, followed by Utah, followed by USC, followed by the loser of the championship game, followed by Texas.
That'll never happen, but
No, it won't. I mean, obviously USC or Texas will be number 2. Utah might come in at 3. But they looked really
USC
good.
or Texas at 2. Again, bullcrap system, whatever. The whole thing's it's an exhibition.
Yeah,
this whole thing is just an exhibition. It's all money. Somehow it still warrants debate because there's really nothing going on for us until the weekend.
All this does is just show you how much college football needs a playoff.
Whatever. I'm tired of it. I'm sick and tired of that fucking argument. Just
Well, no,
you know
it's
what?
not an
In the regular
argument.
season,
It's a
roll die. Don't even rank people.
Yeah,
Don't even rank. Have conference championships, and the top 2 winners of each conference with fair tiebreakers will play. There's no debate in conference matchups in conferences who plays in the championship game.
Right.
Never a debate because it's a clear-cut system.
Unless you have this year with Oklahoma.
Yeah, but that wasn't
Texas
a
Tech,
BCS debate.
No, but it was still.
It turned into one.
Right.
But that was just a unique situation, which, let's turn back the clock 20 years. I guarantee they have a way to do it besides the BCS.
It's probably been a coin toss. It would probably been a coin toss.
But now they have the BCS, and that's just the phenomenal way to solve all issues.
It's just a shame that there will never be a Cinderella story.
And by the way, this +1 system,
awful.
It's the dumbest fucking idea ever.
It's so bad.
What are you going to do? You're not going to play 1 and 2 the first bowl week, so the +1? Knock it off. Stop trying to figure it out.
You can't.
Until you go to brackets like every other division of college football, it's a bullshit debate. Yeah. Knock it off.
Yeah, the +1 it wouldn't make it any. It actually might make it worse.
Well, it's just it creates a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have 1 and 2 in the BCS championship game. Now you're bringing a +1 to, or are you not going to put 1 and 2 the first week? And then if 1 and 2 win, it didn't matter in the first place.
Exactly. And what if 1 and 2 win, but 3 wins also? They don't get in because they were 3. It's a whole disaster.
1 plays 3, 2 plays 4. Stop it. We're still debating who's 4, who's 2.
Exactly.
Suck a dick.
Yeah, exactly. Utah would have been number 7 this year. I think they were 7th in the league.
No, they were 6. Texas Tech was
So they probably would have been
7.
left out of the +1 anyway. So the best team in the nation left out.
All right, well, we're about out of time.
Yeah, that's enough for the college football rant.
www.molenmears.com.
www.htsportstalk.com.
See you Friday.
What do you think about that, fuckhead?